Good day, ladies and gentlemen. So in this particular video I want to teach you guys how to use the turtle strategy. So there's a strategy known as the turtle trading strategy, and that turtle trading strategy is what gives birth to what you guys know as the turtle soup. Okay, the turtle soup is simply a scenario whereby the turtle trading strategy fails. So when it fails, that's when we call it a turtle soup, which means the turtle trading the turtle traders are in soup. That's why they call it turtle soup. Okay, so turtle soup happens when a turtle trading system fails. As you already know, no system is 100%. all right, so all you just need to do is to master your risk management, okay, and you are good to go. So what's the turtle trading strategy? Turtle trading strategy is simply a trend following strategy. So the very first thing you need to do if you want to be a turtle trader, okay, you want to trade the turtle system, you need to go and do a research on pairs that trend a lot. So if you don't if you try to use the system on a pair that does not really trend much, then you will get a lot of turtle soup. Okay, so price will go against the system. So the system, like I said, is best for a trending market. Okay, so that being said, you already know if a market is trending upwards, in the upwards direction, you're going to have higher highs and higher lows like this, right? While if it's trending in the downwards direction, you are going to have lower highs and lower lows formed like this. So this basic idea or principle is what the turtle traders base their system on. Okay, and it's very, very logical. It's a system that is based on logic. Give me a minute, let me move this away. Probably okay. So let's deal with an upwards trending market, a scenario whereby price is moving in the upwards direction. You would notice that price will create an high, create an higher high right here. Sorry, create an high, create a lower, an higher low, and then push to create an higher high. Okay, then it comes back to create an higher low, and then pushes up to create an higher high, comes to create higher low, pushes up to create higher high. Right now the idea is to target the high. These highs are areas where the turtle traders are interested in. These highs right here, these highs right here, that's where the turtle traders are very, very interested in. And the reason is, their logic is, if the uptrend is to continue, okay, if the uptrend is to continue, these higher lows are supposed to be protected. They are sacred, and price should not come to these higher lows. So they focus on these highs and wait for a candle to break and close above this high, then they take their buy trade. Then their SL, the stop loss, goes a few pips below this low. Or if you want to be very conservative, you can just if you want to be aggressive and you don't want your SL to be too big, you can just place it exactly at this low. Because if the uptrend is to continue, we do not expect price to come and play around this higher low. Price is supposed to give us a low without coming to this low, because the low is protected, and then continue upwards. Then you have another higher low, then continue upwards without touching this low that was created, the previous low that was created, which is where our stop loss is going to be. Okay, so once a candle closes above this high that was created, you take a buy trade SL here. You can target 1-to-1. okay, but if you've studied the markets to the point that you know that the trend usually gives several waves, okay, then instead of going for 1-to-1, you can just leave the take profits open. You wait for this other wave to also form, pull back, and then continue. Then you can even add more positions. All right, then probably manually trail your stop below this low. Okay, so if the price has pushed up to this point, you can move your stop loss from here, place it here, move your stop loss from here, place it here in order to keep catching more pips. Okay, also in the downwards direction, I'm going to give you examples, so stick with me. In the downwards direction, you have something like this. Sorry, in the downwards direction, you're going to have lower highs and lower lows formed, something of this nature. Okay, so the idea is to focus on these lower lows that were formed, believing that based on principle the higher lows are protected. The higher lows are protected. So once a candle breaks below the low and closes below the low, you take a sell trade, your SL goes to the higher the lower high. Okay, your SL goes to the high, because if the downtrend is to continue, we don't expect this high to get taken out. If the high gets taken out, that's what we call a change of character, okay, or a market structure shift. You understand? So what then is a turtle soup? A turtle soup is simply, let me use the upwards moving trend. Okay, turtle soup is simply when a turtle trader takes a trade after price has closed above an high, then he places his SL just at this low or below the low. Okay, so he has taken a buy trade from here, expecting price to keep pushing in the upwards direction, and seeing this low right here as a sacred low that price should not take if the uptrend is to continue. But price comes down to this low and takes this low. Okay, then after taking the low, it did not continue moving downwards. It took the low and then started shooting up in the predicted direction of the turtle trader. So it simply went there to take out the SL of the turtle trader and then still continuing the direction of the turtle trader. That's why they call it a turtle soup. Okay, when price goes below a low and then fires in the opposite direction, or goes above an high and fires in the opposite direction. If it goes above an high, it means the original trend was downwards. This high was supposed to be protected. Price goes above that high and then shoots in the downwards direction. So this is the turtle soup. There are systems to determine this turtle soup and probably trade with the turtle soup. That's if you want to be a turtle soup trader. That's different. The one I'm talking about right here is the turtle trading itself. So let's go over some example. Right on the chart, you can see that price is shooting in the downwards direction. So at this point, price moved down, then hit a resistance spot and then started moving upwards. Then it broke that level again. Okay, so you just place an horizontal line on the lowest point that price got to, which is right here, before it hits the resistance that brought about this rejection and also this bullish candle. So I've placed an horizontal line on that low. So as a turtle trader, what you would do is, once this candle closes below the low, you are going to take a sell trade at that point. Okay, you take a sell trade in order to move in the downwards direction. Where will your SL go? Your SL is going to be above this bullish candle, okay, or just at the tip of this bullish candle. All right, so what really played out was something like this. What simply played out here is something like this. Price hits a support, pushes up and then moves like this. Okay, so this is where I'll be taking my sell trade. When the candle closes below, in order to move downwards, SL goes up here. Okay, so that's what played out right here, and you can see what happened. Price kept moving in the downwards direction without taking out your SL, which is going to be at this high. Okay, so basically right here again, something else happened. Price hit a support, which brought about all these bullish candles you saw here. Then you simply place an horizontal line at that level right here, where price hits that support. Okay, then you wait for a candle to close below that level. You can see right here, a candle closed below the level. Where will your SL go? The highest points price went to. So your SL is going to be a few pips above this, and then you can target 1-to-1 in the downwards direction. Okay, so look at what happened. Let me place an horizontal line for where SL would have been. Maybe I'll put my SL somewhere around here. you can see that level is looking sacred because price came back up but was unable to close was unable to tap the SL right here. Okay, then it kept pushing in the downwards direction. Okay, so right here I also have a support level that was hit somewhere here. So let me move the horizontal line. So if you can find a pair that trends a lot, you can even stack up your position, so you have multiple positions running, okay, until it finally fails, of which your first entries would have been in very big profits. So the one that will fail will be the ones you entered later. Okay, so basically what do we have here? I will simply wait for a candle to close below that support level in order to execute the total trading system, of which after this candle closed, I would have entered a sell trade. SL goes above this high right here. Okay, so this will be the new SL position somewhere around here, and you can see price came back a bit, but I've already entered my trade here, so I would have been in a little bit of drawdown right here. But based on the system, I expect this high to hold at a sacred level price should not get to if it's to continue its downtrend. Okay, so price came up a bit and then of course started shooting in the downwards direction. Okay, on a lower time frame, this is also like a pullback, so there's a support level that was hit that produced this bullish candle. Okay, so you can also place an horizontal line here like this. Okay, so when this bearish candle closed below the horizontal line, you could have taken another sell trade from here. This is another position that you would have entered. So it just goes on and on and on like that until it finally fails. Okay, so basically that's just how the total trading system works. If you're in an uptrend, you wait for price to break the high and close above the high, you enter a buy trade. Stop loss goes a few pips below the last low that was created, okay, which definitely will be an higher low. A few pips below that higher low, then you can target 1-to-1, or you can wait to see if the trend is going to continue. If it continues, you can add more positions and you manage your trade from there. So basically that's just how the total trading system works. Okay, so if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. If you're a new viewer, you can actually subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.